Good morning, everyone. We are fresh off of UFC Atlanta that happened last night. Pretty decent fight night card, to be honest. From the outside looking in, you look at some of the names on there. Even I know that Court McGee and Michael Chiesa are absolutely washed. They're both definitely in that bracket of the GFL may come knocking on Michael Chiesa's door, but I guess he'll say no because of his ties to the UFC, right? But I could definitely see Court McGee doing some BKFC transition after he retires. That is not my point. My point is that they didn't just fill the card with debuting Contender Series winners and random late replacements all over the place. It had a couple of had Ricky Simone on. It had Malcolm Wellmaker, obviously Court McGee, Chiesa, Paul Craig. Thug Rose, Usman, Buckley. Like, it wasn't with the quality of the pay-per-views like the past 6 months. I wouldn't be surprised that if you put a title fight on top of this card, like that is basically what their pay-per-views have looked like for the past year. So I guess it's nice to see them try a tiny little bit. Only 2 women's fights on this card as well, which is a blessing, and the first one is
right here, Jamey-Lyn Horth versus Vanessa Demopoulos. Now, this fight was basically Jamey-Lyn Horth just showing that, hey, I'm okay at striking. I'm not like these other girls. Vanessa Demopoulos isn't the best fighter in the division, to say the least. As you can see here, 115 to 44 strikes. That sounds about right. 2 takedowns from Jamey-Lyn Horth. Significant strikes, 101. So out of the 115 strikes that she landed 101 significant strikes, which is pretty decent, man. As you can see here, minus 600 favorite for the Canadian Jamey-Lyn Horth. And I guess Canada, you have a a new potential top 10 ranked fighter in the in the sport. So I'm sure the Canadians are happy about that. But Jamey-Lyn Horth doesn't actually look too bad. I will give her that. But yeah, she won this fight comfortably. I predicted her to win by decision, and she won by decision. Actually went okay with picks on this card, and we'll get into that when we discuss the next fight.
now Phil Rowe and Ange. I understand from the commentary on this fight that I've been saying Angelosa's name completely wrong for the past however long he's been in the UFC. So his name is actually Angelosa, not Angelusa. So apologies to Ange, I guess I would say. I'm probably saying his fucking first name wrong as well, to be honest. So man, Losa looked pretty good. Round 1, he kind of just took that round comfortably, decent striking, good sort of pressure wrestling game. Phil Rowe came on in round 2, but did get dropped by a couple of kind of sloppy hooks in the pocket by Losa. I don't know, I would have to go back and watch it. I don't know if it was more like an off-balance thing or if he actually hurt Phil Rowe, but he definitely hit the canvas off one of those hooks because Losa was just kind of trying to crash in, clinch up, shoot a takedown, and on the break just throw a few hooks, which is just something that people do not do in MMA enough. I mean, Leon Edwards, some of his finest work is breaking off a clinch, whether it's an elbow or a knee or whatever the case may be. Please people start clinch striking more, man. And that doesn't mean fucking grab the back of the head and throw a knee to the head only. I mean, throw some body shots. We actually did see a couple of those on this card, and a couple of those in general recently. People have been doing that Nick Diaz, I bring up JDM in every fucking video, but JDM has that Nick Diaz style where he will kind of let the opponent clinch him and then just rip body shots, and very quickly the opponent's like, okay, chill out. I'm good. Let's fucking break. And Losa was looking good. I had him winning the fight, and then his mouth guard knocked out, and everything kind of spiraled down. And now I'm not saying that Angelosa's mouth guard coming out lost him the fight, but you could see that in the back of his head, he's like, okay, the ref's going to kind of separate us in a second, and I'm going to get my mouth guard back in. He was already gassed, which doesn't help. But yeah, he was gassed. He was against the cage, just getting absolutely lit up. Phil Rowe literally was basically pushing his fucking head against the cage with one hand, literally palm out, hand on the face, smushing his head against the cage, and then just punching to where his left hand was with his right hand. Literally like the kind of shit you'd see against the lockers in a fucking year 9 classroom type shit. But yeah, very strange, very strange finish. Angelosa hits the Lionheart fucking fetal position, and the ref jumps in and stops it. So Phil Rowe wins by TKO. As you can see, it was pretty well matched on the feet. Again, Losa was having good success. Let's see if they counted that knockdown. Yes, they did. So Angelosa officially knocks down Phil Rowe in round 2, and then round 3. Angelosa gets 2 takedowns. That must have been quite early in the round because Rowe just absolutely poured it on. Yeah, I just also realised that there's 2 knockdowns. I don't understand what's going on with these knockdown stats. Are they live? No, they just have 2 knockdowns each. I don't think this is round by round. Oh, it is. Okay, so blue corner. Okay, I'm still getting used to using this fucking UFC website, bro. Forgive me, but yeah, Phil Rowe wins by TKO, and yeah, decent performance by both guys. Next fight on the card, Ricky Simón versus Kamaru Smotherman. Now, this fight, there isn't really too much to break down. As you can see here, 3 takedowns from Ricky Simón. I can't get the control time up, I don't think, on here, but I'm sure it was very high. Nothing really happened in the striking department. Again, significant strikes to Ricky Simón. Yeah, more just a grappling performance from Ricky Simón as expected. 1 takedown in round 1, one takedown in round 2, and then 1 takedown in round 3. Just controlled the fight. Fair play to Ricky Simón. Just basically showing the difference between a you know, I wouldn't say grizzled vet, but Ricky Simón's been around for a little while now. Just because he's dyed his hair blonde, don't forget that this guy was scrapping. I think maybe even in the Reebok shorts. That's probably an exaggeration, to be honest. But a little while he's been in the UFC. And Kamaru Smotherman's been looking okay. You know, relatively cleanish striker, well-rounded. This Kamaru Smotherman is somebody that if he was in the bantamweight division like 10 years ago, he'd probably be like very highly rated, probably top 5 or some shit. Just shows the evolution of the game. But Ricky Simón shows Kamaru Smotherman how to actually smother men with the grappling, with the stalling against the cage. To be honest, not stalling, but you know what I mean. Was threatening submissions, just sort of exhausting Kamaru. Round 2, more of the same from Ricky Simón. But then round 3, Kamaru Smotherman comes out and starts having a little bit more success. As you can see here, I keep going to call him Kamaru Smotherman takes round 3. I mean, Ricky Simón gets a takedown, but you know the striking. Kamaru Smotherman was putting some hands on him. I thought the line would be a lot bigger than that, to be honest. A plus 145 favourite against Ricky Simón on late notice. I mean, fair play. They gave Smotherman his props there, but yeah, Ricky Simón wins by decision. I just realised that I haven't been saying my predictions, so I predicted Angelosa to win, so he lost. I obviously went 1-1, and then I predicted Ricky Simón by TKO round 1. Obviously, I didn't get the finish prediction right, but Ricky Simón still won, so that's 2-1 on predictions for me. And we go to the next fight, which was Cody Durden versus Jose Ochoa. Now, I went with Jose Ochoa TKO round 2 in my prediction video, and that is exactly what happened. As you can see here, 11 seconds into the second round. I mean, basically what happened was Cody Durden and Jose Ochoa was kind of looking at each other across from the stools. They stood up. Cody Durden smiling. It looks like, oh, okay, these guys are maybe talking a little bit of shit. Not talking shit, but just kind of having the mutual agreement of like, right, let's fucking go then. And Jose Ochoa just runs at Cody Durden. I think he throws a sort of flying knee fake and then hits him with a big shot. I can't quite remember which shot he hit him with, but just finishes Cody Durden against the cage. Jose Ochoa had a good first round, got some minutes in there, but then the second round came out and showed, you know, one of the traits of him, which is basically he has high finishing potential. He got, you know, the late notice replacement fight against Leonardo, and got some good UFC experience. I mean, that is invaluable to come in and fight like a good prospect straight away like Leonardo, and then have a little bit of a drop back to somebody like Cody Durden. I mean, that is only going to benefit you. So I got this prediction right. You know, Durden is good, but he kind of needs it to be a scrap to benefit from it. He lost against you know, Bruno Silva. He got finished by Bruno Silva. He subbed Matt Schnell, but you know, lost against Joshua Van. And yeah, Ochoa looks really good, man. And I'm excited to see what he does. You know, he's sharp on the feet. He weaves hooks when he's exiting the pocket. They did have a bit of a exchange in the first round where Ochoa kind of stumbled Durden, and then Cody threw one back, and it looked like it kind of stumbled Jose, which is a little bit scary. But I just checked my notes. Jose Ochoa finished him with a left uppercut and a left hook, and he's also fighting out a shooter box now, which is just great. A shooter box guy in flyweight who can finish people. I mean, Flyweight is looking good, boys. Flyweight is looking good. I made a weight class tier list video yesterday, and I kind of wish I put flyweight a little bit higher because shooter boxing flyweight. I'm very happy to hear that. Malcolm Wellmaker versus Kris Moutinho. As you can see, it just said there. Where's it gone? Performance of the night. Oh, okay. Jose Ochoa got performance of the night. I thought they gave Wellmaker a performance as well, but it doesn't seem like it says that on here. But yeah, Malcolm Wellmaker finishes Kris Moutinho in the first round. I predicted Malcolm Wellmaker to get a knockout in the first round, so that is another pick. So that is 3-1 so far in predictions. Wellmaker was, switch hitting that lead check hook from southpaw. His right hook from southpaw is deadly. I mean, there was a little video going around on Twitter of him knocking a bunch of guys out on the regional scene with that right hook. He has got a dangerous right hand from southpaw and from orthodox, which is just, that's what you need. That's the Dustin Poirier kind of formula right there, bro. I don't know if he's a right-handed southpaw or if he's just a southpaw with a good lead hook, like Alex Pereira, for example. He is an orthodox fighter. He just has a great lead hook. I don't know if that's the case for Wellmaker, but, moving off the center line, he did overextend a couple times, looked a bit sloppy here and there, but I think he just felt the difference between him and Kris and was like, right, let me go get a 50k bonus. Let me smoke this guy. 2.5 minutes KO. As you can see here, 25 strikes, 25 significant strikes, very accurate out there, putting power on everything, knocked him down, and yeah, killed him basically. Kris Moutinho probably gets cut again after one more loss. I don't know who they give him in the bantamweight division, but yeah, bit of a landslide. What were the odds here? I actually don't know, it doesn't say, but I'm sure Malcolm Wellmaker was a massive, massive favourite. Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee, one for the unks like me. Court McGee has been fighting for pretty much as long as I've been in the sport. Not been in the sport, been a fan of the sport. He's just, and somehow he looks younger now than he did in 2012. I don't understand how he's done that, but yeah, Court McGee's looked okay. Not like Jim Miller level of hanging on to the prime of his career, I guess. He's probably like 98% out the door now. Maybe with this loss against Chiesa, he's like 99% out the door. Maybe one more fight and he's done. I don't know. Michael Chiesa, a lot of people have said this, but he sort of gets gifted these easy matchups because he's in with the UFC. He's an analyst backstage with all the boys. He's a DC. He's a Chael. He's a company guy. And he gets given favourable matchups. I mean, I'm all for matching the unks against the unks type shit, but come on, like Michael Chiesa has won like a few of these handed matchups to him now. He's not obviously going to go on any sort of title run. He's got a great career on the analyst desk. So let's let one of these welterweight prospects make a bit of a name off Michael Chiesa, man. Let's stop fucking giving him easy matchups. I can't even remember half of this fight. I know Chiesa won with a few low kicks, some clinch knees against the cage. Just overall boring fight, but yeah, Chiesa wins by the... Actually did not shoot a single takedown, probably because Court McGee is dangerous on the ground. Even to this day, he's pretty dangerous down there. So 81 strikes for Chiesa, 51 strikes for Court McGee. Yeah, not really much to break down. I predicted Michael Chiesa to win by decision, and Michael Chiesa won by decision, so I got that right, spot on as well. Now, this next fight, Paul Craig versus Rodolfo Bellato. This was fucking hilarious, to be honest. So Paul Craig was eating some low kicks, but looking alright. Working the body a little. Threw some spinning back kicks. Looked okay. Rodolfo Bellato did not look like he was going to shut him out or anything like that. And then they're on the ground. Paul Craig is on his back, kind of, playing guard, saying to Bellato, come down here. Maybe you can land some ground and pound strikes. Look, I'm so vulnerable. And Rodolfo Bellato goes, alright. Dives into Paul Craig's guard a little bit, throws a couple shots, and then goes, nah, actually, fuck this is stupid, and starts to stand up. So he's on one knee, he's put one foot on the ground, he's shifted his weight onto his back foot as he's about to stand up, but he's still on the one knee. If Paul Craig would have threw this up kick 2 seconds, half a second later, he would have won by TKO right now. Actually, no, because it's still fucking I don't know. Are up kicks even legal? Nobody fucking knows what's going on with up kicks. I guess if your opponent's standing, you can up kick, and that will be a valid knockout. But yeah, Bellato was still on one knee. So Paul Craig up kicks Rodolfo Bellato. It misses Rodolfo Bellato's face and kind of hits him in the side of his jaw and his neck. Rodolfo Bellato goes, "Hey, what the fuck?" Looks to the ref, sees the ref is literally halfway through stepping in. The ref has seen it. So Rodolfo Bellato realizes, oh shit, he's already seen it. I don't need to let him know, and that was illegal. And just dies, bro. Literally just health bar, just died. Rodolfo Bellato is a corpse within seconds. He goes from up kick to complaining to the ref to dead. And then he wakes up like Paul Craig is a fucking nun from The Conjuring, like literally steps back, scoots back to the cage with his arm extended, like no. Shit was fucking insane. And at first, I didn't see that Rodolfo Bellato, right, had complained to the ref at first. So I was like, oh my god, that's fucking terrifying, bro. I've never seen a man so scared in this sport in my life. He was looking at Paul Craig like Paul Craig had an axe in his hand and he was about to fucking murder him. Like, this guy was terrified. And he's looking all the wrong directions. The ref comes over to kind of calm him down, and Rodolfo Bellato hooks the ref's leg with his fucking hand, ready to get in a big leg entanglement with the ref. Like, just fucking hilarious, bro. Everyone keeps saying he had bad acting, but I don't care, bro. Like, that is one of the hardest I've ever laughed watching this sport in my life. Well, obviously there's KOs like the Shane Burgos one where it is like a delayed reaction, but I don't think this was that. I think Rodolfo Bellato saw Aljo's performance and was like, nah, bro, I deserve the fucking Oscar, so he went for it. That was just fucking hilarious. Do you know if Rodolfo Bellato came out now and was like, yeah, okay, I'll put it on a little bit? Obviously, he would be in big trouble for the UFC, but like, he would become one of my favourite fighters, bro. He was selling that shit. He thought he was in the WWE with that shit, bro. He had his hand out like he was holding a cross, and Paul Craig was about to drain his blood, bro. That was fucking crazy thing to see on a random fight night card. But yeah, I guess I don't know if they're going to rebook this. Paul Craig looked alright. I guess it saves him a little bit longer in the UFC without him getting cut, but no contest. Round one could not continue because he was literally dead, I guess. Next fight on the card, when it lets me scroll up, is the first fight of the main card. Alonzo Menifield versus Oumar Sy. I predicted Oumar Sy to win, and I predicted him to win by TKO round 2, so obviously was way off there with the prediction and with the finish. Alonzo Menifield actually looked kind of alright. I kind of had him for a bit of an idiot, like a dumb fighter type thing, but he was listening to his corner very well. So I take back what I said about Alonzo Menifield. Yeah, Cyril Gane comparison for Oumar Sy proved true, just a little bit too fancy, too clean, wants it, doesn't want any sloppy exchanges, wants everything to look pretty, and massive legs, very tall guy, and just can't utilise that range advantage that well. Menifield was countering the naked leg kicks with an overhand every single time. Oumar Sy was throwing naked low kicks for the first couple of minutes, getting countered with an overhand or a straight punch. So he switched it up. He started jabbing into the leg kick. Menifield would just cover up for the jab and then throw the overhands. And then eventually Oumar Sy was trying to really set traps and kind of box into the low kick, and still he could not throw the low kick without Menifield just swinging that hand out. And if you're somebody like Oumar Sy that wants a pretty fight and wants everything to look clean, you do not want to be in those exchanges. So the first round, Oumar Sy takes it. A few good overhands from Menifield. Round 2, kind of a bit of a 2 and 5 significant strides. Oh yeah, because Oumar Sy was just Sakuraba against the cage on a single leg, I believe, and then Menifield comes out and beats him in the third round. This fight, the stats kind of make it look a lot more close than it was. I guess it was a bit of a close fight, but I just remember it's more like, it's one of those things when somebody's a highly touted prospect and they're a big favourite, as you can see, plus 500 on Menifield. If you had Menifield by decision, I'm sure those odds were fucking top notch, man. So shout out you lot. But when Oumar Sy is this hailed prospect and people are saying, you know, he fights like Cyril Gane, he's like a light heavyweight Cyril Gane, you expect a little bit more from him, and obviously he just didn't perform, which is just, it is what it is at the end of the day. I'm sure he'll learn from it, but Alonzo Menifield wins by decision. I predicted Oumar Sy to win by second round finish. Obviously, did not happen. Another weird fight on this card: Mansur Abdul-Malik versus Cody Brundage. Now, I stated in my last video, the prediction video, that I fought with Cody Brundage, man. I mean, that's my guy. Like, I don't know what it is. I really like Cody Brundage. I will never miss a Cody Brundage fight. Like, he seems like a cool fucking guy. And like I said in the prediction video, my first ever stream on this channel was when Brundage and Jakar Close, I think, got those 2 slam KOs back to back. So I don't know, man. Cody Brundage is one of my boys for sure, and he looked good in this fight. I mean, Cruz said it on the commentary, so I'm just echoing his thoughts. But for round 1 and 2, it's kind of looked like a bit of a sparring match. Abdul-Malik did land a good front kick in round 1, straight on the chin of Cody, and Cody kind of looked like he fucking hated his life for a few seconds there, but then kind of, you know, came back. Round 3 starts. Abdul-Malik just comes out to Cody Brundage within the opening seconds, you know, mirroring Jose Ochoa, and just goes violent. Just starts throwing shots, starts throwing the big knees to the face, trying to catch Cody, knees to the body, crashing in with knees to the chest and the solar plexus, just trying to hurt Brundage. Both start swinging really hard, like Cody Garbrandt shit. Like, Abdul-Malik kind of, I guess, like, I don't know, if you do that for 15 seconds in round 3, that is not necessarily going to bank you fight of the night, when there's also been great fights on the card as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the mindset I feel like those guys are in. Like, fuck it, let's swing, bro, and get 50k each. But you can't just do that in the 3rd round after the round 1 and 2 have kind of been, you know, ish and fucking sparring match. But comes out, both start swinging really hard. Cody Garbrandt swinging from the fucking hips type shit. We'll get into Cody Garbrandt a little bit later on. But yeah, they both collide against the fence, and then Abdul-Malik crashes in with his head. Not deliberately, these things just happen, but kind of crashes in with his head and just headbutts Cody Brundage straight in the fucking face, and basically finishes him with the headbutt, throws a few shots. Poor Brundage, man, fucking is what it is. And then, because, look at that, 30 seconds into the 3rd round, right? 30 seconds into the 3rd round, and they went to the scorecards for a technical decision, because obviously Cody Brundage couldn't carry on and it was an illegal headbutt, so that they score the fight with what they've got, which was round 1 and 2, and then they scored round 3. Oh, fuck. Scored round 3, the entire round, based on 36 seconds of the round, which is just unfair, to be honest. And I had Cody Brundage winning. Look, you're telling me Brundage didn't win that 1st round? The Cody Brundage won that 1st round. I thought it in the fight, and these stats, although they're not entirely correct a lot of the time, kind of just solidifies for it. You know, very even 2nd round. Cody Brundage wins the 1st round. The 3rd round even was looking good until that head clash. I don't know. Mansur Abdul-Malik wins by technical decision. I predicted him to win by, what did I predict him to win by? Round 1 KO. Sorry, Brundage, but yeah, obviously I got the prediction right. Mansur Abdul-Malik won, so that is another prediction I got right for this card. Now the next fight, Cody Garbrandt and Barcelos. Now Cody comes out. I'm not going to spend too long on this fight because it's just fucking depressing, isn't it? But Cody comes out and he looks okay in round 1. I don't know what the fuck made him get this face tattoo. Listen, disclaimer to everybody listening: I have a face tattoo, right? I'm aware of the stigma that comes with a face tattoo, and I'm aware of some people's opinions on it. I've heard it fucking all, like, I get it, right? Face tattoos aren't for everyone. Some people find them cringe, whatever. I don't give a fuck. This, brother, what the fuck? Yeah, I didn't realise I could do that, my bad. This sword through the eye, looking like a scar. Literally, it looks like he's Anakin Skywalker cosplaying with this whole fucking get-up. If you put a black Jedi robe on him and a lightsaber in his hand, That's fucking Anakin Skywalker right there, bro. That's Hayden Christensen. So I don't know what Cody Garbrandt is thinking with the braids and shit as well. He's just trying to come out, switch it up. The red shorts, trying to look like a reinvigorated Cody Garbrandt. But unfortunately, Hani Barcelos, you can't just drift through a Hani Barcelos fight, because he will win. He will win, and he will win on the cards. He just fraud checked Peyton Tabit. He comes in and performs well against Cody. I mean, Cody Garbrandt had a knockdown. Did they count it? They actually did not count the knockdown. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, they didn't count the knockdown. So Cody kind of darts in with like a shifting right straight to like a left straight. A nice little, quick entry combo, like gonna catch some people off guard. I guess they didn't count the knockdown because maybe Hani was. I don't know, because even if he was on one leg or even if he tripped, usually in MMA, if you punch somebody and they trip and fall on the floor, they count that knockdown. So maybe I'm misremembering it because it was like fucking 4:30 in the morning and I was fried. So potential, misremembrance from me there. But yeah, Cody Garbrandt looked okay in round 1 and then basically just got beat up in round 2 and 3. I mean, these stats don't look 14 to 17, but then when you actually check the real strikes, 6 to 15, and round 3, 12 to 16. What's this, Rev? Is this like a reversal? Like a sweep? I don't even. Am I retarded? Like, should I know what this means? I have no idea what that means. It's got to be reversals, right? No idea. I've never seen. Like I said, I'm new to using this website. I usually just make my own graphics, but this is just much, much, much easier for the card predictions. But yeah, Hani Barcelos wins by unanimous decision. Kind of boring. I predicted Hani Barcelos to win by unanimous decision. So another prediction that I got right in the prediction video. Pretty good so far, man. The only fights I didn't get right were the Paul Craig one, which I kind of meme predicted, and then the Oumar Sy one, which, you can't really blame me there. Oh god, I really can't be asked to talk about this fight, so I'm gonna very quickly go through this fight. Edmen Shahbazyan versus Andre Petroski. Now, Andre Petroski is my boy. He's not good at all, but for some reason I've just always paid a little bit of attention to Andre Petroski. He's a bit of a boring fighter, a bit of a wrestler, pressure kind of, cage wrestling. If you let him hold you against cage, he's gonna hold you against the cage. Just a bit of a boring fight. Andre Petroski would shoot a takedown, it wouldn't quite work, so he's like, okay, I guess I can't do that ever again. I tried the takedown, it didn't work, so I guess I'm just going to lose this fight. Edmen obviously didn't look too good either, just a boring fight, and it's sad because Edmen was actually a promising fighter. I think he came out of Ronda Rousey's camp, I believe. I think that's correct. And Ronda Rousey used to sing this man's praises and say, yeah, he's going to be a big thing in middleweight. And he's just washed. He's, like I said in the prediction video, he's 28 years old and he's washed. He's just had too many fights. Too much damage, I should say. But yeah. One knockdown for Edmen Shahbazyan. I can't even remember when that was, to be honest. Again, I was fucking half asleep for this one. But round 1. Edmen wins. Round 2. See, look, Andre Petroski, no takedown in the first round. He shot 3, but just didn't succeed and just abandoned it. He gets the takedown in the second round. And then the third round, he shoots one and fails the other. I guess that's when the knockdown. Oh, okay, of course, that's when the knockdown happened. 20 significant strikes. 20. Yeah, Edmen just absolutely puts it on him in the third round. But yeah, man, Andre Petroski loses decision. I predicted Petroski to win by decision, so obviously I got that prediction wrong. Edmen Shahbazyan, or whatever the fuck his name is, gets another win. So can't wait to see him fight fucking Chris Curtis in the Apex.
This fucking fight, dude. Okay, so Rose Namajunas versus Miranda Maverick. Now, I was baffled, right, how the fuck Miranda Maverick was in a co-main event in 2025. I thought, damn, we have truly fallen. I can't believe it. But Rose Namajunas has lost a step. Maverick looked very, well, she looked much better than I expected. I'll give her that. So shout out Miranda Maverick. Is she Canadian? No, she's US. I was going to say Jamey-Lyn Horth and Miranda Maverick showing out for Canada, but for Canada. But yeah, Miranda Maverick looked better than I expected. Rose said that leading up to this fight, she had spent her whole training camp watching old footage, trying to recreate some magic, trying to fix some holes. And when I heard that, I literally shook my fucking head, bro. SMH moment IRL, bro. Some Zoomer shit. I was saying out loud to God, hoping he would hear me saying, listen, Rose Namajunas, it serves you fucking right, mate. It serves you right because you left Trevor Whitman. Now, I understand I'm just a fan and I only know what some of the fighters want us to know, so we're not in the know and I might be getting this completely wrong. There might have been some weird internal shit, but to my knowledge, the public knowledge is that Rose Namajunas was with Trevor Whitman, was looking great. Footwork, some of the best on the entire roster, let alone the women's division. She had some of the best footwork ever that I'd ever seen. Schooling girls, lead head kick KO with fucking Weili Zhang, had the wars with Joanna like, I'm the best. She was the best for a little while, man. And it's such a shame to see that the ignorance and the arrogance that she has is kind of, it kind of bit her in the arse, bro. Pat Barry you should not have your husband in your lead corner. Like, you should not have him as your head coach. It's such a crazy decision to me, man. And, I guess there's something to be said about, well, the people that love you in your corner might throw the towel in, where a coach that has, some stuff to gain or whatever may let you take more damage than you need to. If you're not in there, you're not learning, there's no chance anymore, throw the fucking towel in. Pat Barry probably will throw the towel in for Rose if, the circumstance arises, but that is about the only benefit I can see to having that fucking nonce in your corner. You leave Trevor Whitman, and you have Pat Barry when you're down two, not this fight, but when you're down 2 rounds, saying, yeah, Rose, you look beautiful out there, man. You're beautiful out there, baby. You're the best, baby. You're 2 rounds up. Just go out there, win this 3rd round, just in case, okay? Just in case they try to rob us. And you sat there thinking, Pat Barry, bro. Pat HD Barry, you fucking midget. She's 2 rounds down. You're a detriment to her career at this point. And a detriment to her childhood. Yeah, Rose has lost a step. Just a women's MMA fight. Just boring, dead, fucking boring shit co-main fight that we just have to put up with these days, I guess. But it is what it is. Rose wins by decision. I had Rose by decision. That is another prediction that I got right. Thank you very much.
Talking about predictions that I got right, Kamaru Usman, look at this fight of the night shit, bro. Are you fucking serious? Kamaru Usman and Joaquin Buckley. Now, I told you so. I told you so. Put some respect on my name. Man, Usman put it on Buckley and just exposed his striking offense, in my opinion. Buckley was doing the Looney Tunes shit. He was throwing the fucking uppercuts, crouching down, hitting his elbow was hitting the canvas, and he was throwing the uppercut in the air and punching one of the fucking stage lights out. Like, the guy was just as inaccurate as he normally is. Listen, Joaquin Buckley is a fucking cool guy, and he will learn from this. And I enjoy having Joaquin Buckley in the top 10 of the welterweight division. It's my favourite division in the sport, and I would like to see Joaquin Buckley win a couple more. But I said in the prediction video that fucking accuracy. Listen, Joaquin Buckley beat Andre Fialho, Alex Morono, Wonderboy, and Colby, bro. They are all washed old men. And then I seen a video where they offered Joaquin Buckley a fight. I can't remember who they offered him, Ian Gary or some shit. I actually don't know who they offered him, but he said no, and he said, I want the Usman fight. I've always wanted that fight. Yeah, you've always wanted that fight. Of course you have, mate. Of course you have. If you'd have took that fight, if you'd have come down from middleweight in 2023 and took the Usman fight, it'd have probably knocked Buckley clean out. Usman has lost a step. His knees, look at his poor knees, and these fucking, every time I see his knees, I cringe, bro. I feel like he's just about to snap at the knees and fall forward like a cardboard fucking cutout at any moment. But look at these stats, boys. Look at these stats. 4 takedowns, 4 rounds to 1 in my opinion. Buckley comes out in the 5th round and starts throwing some crazy shit. I said in the prediction video that Buckley had a 37% average accuracy stat. That has definitely diminished after this fight because his accuracy for this fight was 29%. 29% or 30%. 30% it was. That's some scary shit, bro. That's some scary shit. Or 33% here out of his total strikes. Either way, very inaccurate. And then Usman, he got 56%, 41%. Not the best, but Usman with his straight hitting, I knew that the wrestling was going to give Buckley problems. And yeah, I just he's too inaccurate to catch Usman. Usman is not as washed as everyone says, man. Like, Buckley will regroup after this, you know, win or learn at the end of the day. And he did look good in round 5, but I'd say 4-1 Usman. I enjoy seeing Usman win a fight. He cried in the post-fight presser. He obviously has plans to fight Islam if Islam wins. If Islam loses and Usman fights JDM, I think JDM will fucking hurt him, man. I probably wouldn't do that fight, but yeah, man, it's great to see Usman win again. Usman and Volk winning in the same year. 2025, Usman and Volk both coming off wins. Volk champion again. I mean, we are truly blessed. The sport is in a fucking terrible spot right now, but at least that means our favourites can stick around for a little bit longer. Like I said, Usman was crying in the post-fight presser, said that he's never cried before, but he's a girl dad now, so that brings some emotions out of him, which if he'd have said that 2 years ago, I'd have been like, cringe, shut the fuck up, bro, no one cares about your kids, bro, some horrible shit. But now, with a daughter of my own, he said that, and I'm like, that's everything, man. Usman wins by decision, and I predicted Usman to win by decision, so that is another spot-on correct prediction from your boy. So just a little recap of the predictions for this card. I predicted Jamey-Lyn Horth would win by decision. Jamey-Lyn Horth won by decision. That is 1-0. I predicted Loosa would win by decision. He lost. That's 1-1. I predicted Ricky Simón with a first round KO. That didn't happen, but Ricky Simón obviously was the correct prediction, so that is 2-1. I then predicted Jose Ochoa with a TKO round 2. That's exactly what happened. That's 3-1. I predicted Malcolm Wellmaker with a first round KO. That is exactly what happened. That's 4-1. I predicted a Chiesa decision. That's 5-1. That's exactly what happened. I'm 5 spot on predictions so far. Paul Craig submission round 3. I mean, it's a no contest. How the fuck am I going to predict a no contest? But that is 5-2. Is it 5-2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-2. Oumar side TKO round 2. That did not happen. So that's 5-3. Mansur Abdul-Malik, I predicted that. That's correct. That's 6-3. Barcelos 7-3. Andre Petrosky 7-4. Thug Rose by a decision. That's exactly what happened. 8-4. And then Usman by decision. That's exactly what happened. 9-4. 9-4 on predictions for the card, but a lot of my predictions were spot on, so I will fucking take that. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in a day or two with another video. I just dropped a weight class tier list yesterday. Stupidly, I dropped it whilst the UFC was actually on, so nobody's fucking seeing it. But I don't mind. I've got a bunch more content coming, and I actually want to try and stream this Jamal Hill and Khalil card. So I will see you next Saturday live. I'll see you in the week with a few videos, and I'll see you with the predictions video on Thursday or Friday. Yeah, man. Look after yourself. God bless. Let me know what videos you want to see next. Appreciate it.